Hi, this is Karen White of Divine Time Astrology, and today I have Channing Ayers with me of channingayersastrology.com, and we're going to be talking about the sign of Aquarius. So, I'm going to start with the description of Aquarius in Brihat Parashara Sastra, and then we're going to break it down so that it makes sense. Okay, so Aquarius means kumbha or pitcher, and a kumbha is a jar-holding man, deep brown in complexion, medium body, two-footed, vigorous during the day, standing in the middle of water, airy, front-rising, tamasic, a Sudra, abiding in the western region, and lorded by the son of the sun. And that means Saturn, which we'll talk about later. So the body parts, now it's very fascinating about the body parts about Aquarius. It's a lot more complicated than you would think. So Channing and I are just going to go back and forth on this. And would you like to start it off, Channing?
Sure. Hi. Um, all right. So Aquarius is the shanks, which I guess is like anything below the knee, right? That area that's below, like below the thigh and the knee itself, and then below the knee is usually included in Aquarius. And the shanks are the intermediary that connects the power put forth through the thighs to the feet, and that provides stability and balance. Thus the name shank. See, Capricorn's the thighs, and that represents the idea of doing and acting. And then we've got Pisces as the feet, which comes next. But so this is the middle area between the feet and the thighs.
Right. And Pisces, being the feet, represents the loss of understanding, but also the ability to understand ultimate truths.
Mm-hmm.
So Aquarius and the Shanks are the bridge between one's actions and one's understanding. So, and then how many truly understand their actions? And how often do we think we're doing something for one reason, only to find we're really motivated by something completely different? And it's Aquarius that determines how much of our actions we truly understand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And along with that deeper understanding, we get the security with our individuality. So Aquarius also represents the process of becoming secure with our individuality. A person who's secure with their individuality, who's accepted their pluses and their minuses, all of their weaknesses and strengths, only such a person is able to understand why they're doing something. So that's the self-awareness part.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is interesting too, because Capricorn must learn the first stage of karma yogi, which is a renouncing the material fruits of one's actions. And Aquarius must learn the second stage of karma yogi, which is renouncing what others think about us and what others think about what we do, which only a secure individual that has accepted itself can do.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that true? I remember in the 12-step programs when I was in Al-Anon and ACA, that's one of the things I used to say. What you think of me is none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, Aquarius is a fixed sign. So the modality of Aquarius is fixed, and fixed signs are stable. They create security. And they're steadfast, and they're sort of slow to change. Aquarius represents the security of an individualized personality and psychological stability, and that energy being more fixed in that.
Yeah, and Aquarius is a male sign, and so in male signs, their satisfaction and their happiness in life is dependent upon what they do. So, and the male Aquarius is happy and satisfied when it finds its place in the world and plays its role in the world as well.
Mm-hmm. Aquarius is also considered a cruel sign. Um, cruel signs are more focused on getting things done, and so therefore they are harder and they're pushier. So cruel Aquarius is more self-involved and has less room for anything else but to find validation for itself. Yeah.
It sounds kind of harsh, doesn't it?
Cruel Aquarius. Well, I mean, it is. It's Aquarius is it's a harder sign. It's ruled by Saturn, so you know
Yeah,
you can't help but have those Saturn influences in that sign.
exactly. Now, as far as Pitta, Kapha, and Vata goes, the three air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, are Vata.
Mm.
And Vata comes largely from air, and Saturn is Vata as well. Anyway, Vata provides Aquarius with the capacity to understand the differences that change brings in each person, including ourselves. And that even though appearing different, all of us are inherently the same and equal.
Mm. Nice. The element of Aquarius is air. Like you had just said, and air is characterized by intelligence, curiosity, thoughts. The air signs are very intellectually centered. And the intellect is a faculty of the mind by which one can arrive at understanding. So the intellectual faculty of the air signs are not completely logical, and thus intellect always finds a reason to disagree.
Gives us something to talk about. Right. But Aquarius has the capacity to understand itself and uses intellect to come to peace with itself and with others, which is probably why it's known as a humanitarian sign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now for the guna. Aquarius is a Tamas sign. That's spelled Tamas. And Tamas motivates Aquarius to overcome the lack of self-respect and remove itself from psychological complexes.
The caste. So, according to Brihat Parashara, the air rashis, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, are the Sudra caste. And also the 7th, 11th, and 3rd houses are the Kama houses. So Aquarius is the 11th sign, so it would be connected with that. The Kama is desire houses, which correlate to the goal of the Sudras and the air rashis. Aquarius is a rashi that is very prone to desire nature and things like alcoholism, eating disorders, extreme habits, extreme sexual habits. Those can all come with a Sudra caste sign or the Kama, the desire sign, because there's a process of needing to chase your desires in your life path, in your caste. So that's where that can come up. And that is also if it's more afflicted when it's in balance and there's a lot of supportive things to it. It is more around the self-understanding aspect.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're Aquarius, please don't be offended. We're not insulting you. Okay, so day and night strong signs. So some signs are strong and vigorous during the day, and some are strong and vigorous at night. And day strong signs have more mental and physical energy during the day, and they get energized by bringing things into concrete realization. And Aquarius is actually a day strong sign.
Mm-hmm. And along that line, signs can either be front rising or back rising, meaning each sign is considered to rise over the eastern horizon with either their fronts first or their backs first. Sorry. So Rashis that rise front first have an easy time bringing their tasks more to a concrete realization. And they are full of know-how. They're more inspired. And Aquarius, because it's a fixed sign, has that stubbornness, so it just won't quit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, now the feet of the signs. Aquarius signs are either 2-footed, 4-footed, many-footed, or without feet or moving in water. And the 2-footed signs are particularly interested in first house matters of thinking and following one's true nature and true path. And they're least interested in the 7th house matters of maintaining partnerships. Mm-hmm. And Aquarius is a two-footed sign because it's a man holding a cistern, I guess, with water coming out of it.
Awesome. And we had mentioned this earlier, but the Lord of Aquarius is Saturn. So Capricorn is the female expression of Saturn, and Aquarius is the male expression of Saturn. And Saturn is in its Moolatrikona here. Saturn is the most happy in the sign of Aquarius. That's where it gets most of its strength. And there's no planets that are exalted in Aquarius, and the sun is considered in a debilitation here.
You know what else I would like you to take to Channing is the color of Aquarius,
Okay.
because you do gemstone stuff.
Yeah, sure. Well, the color of Aquarius, as we know, is purple. Violets and purple are connected with that color of Aquarius. So if your sun is in Aquarius, the stone that I really like for the sun being in Aquarius is a purple fluorite, because the fluorite is the hexagonal structure and that aligns itself with the sun. So that's an easy one. That's one that you find a lot. And what I've noticed is a lot of people with their sun in Aquarius. As I've over the years worked with gemstones, I'll tell them that's one of their stones, and they'll literally pull it out of their pocket or say, "Yeah,
Oh, no
good."
kidding.
So it's been very interesting seeing how that works. But yeah, purple fluorite.
You know, I just noticed is that you're wearing some purple. Was
Mm-hmm.
that an unconscious thing? Or did you choose it because we were going to be talking about Aquarius
A
today?
little bit to go with the Aquarian. The
Oh,
Aquarian. I'm not sure if this is the right tone of purple. It's kind of a purple fuchsia pink. So pink is also the sign of Cancer, and then Aquarius is more of that darker purple. So
huh. It looks purple to me.
yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
a
hard
violet. Well, I guess a dark violet. Okay, so thank you, Channing. And thank you for listening. And we will be back next month to talk about Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac.
Yay.
Until then, if you want to get a reading with Channing, the link is listed below. And I'm available for readings too. And the link is listed below for both of us. And until next month, goodbye.
Bye bye.